We're going to use a couple of different tools today as we make progress along the road. I'm going to put the bush blade on the trimmer to take down some of the small stuff. And I'm going to bring the blower down to help clear off the rocks and that type of thing to see how it looks, because there's quite a pile of debris from little branches and that kind of thing all over the place. All right, so let's load everything up and get down there. Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. So this is part 2 of our fence line work, clearing the brush along here. It's quite a challenge, but we are making progress. So we're going to get some heavy equipment out today and see what else we can do. So let's get right to work. So the idea of this is not to keep livestock in or anything like that. It's twofold. One, to help create a nice clear view over the hill, around the corner and down the road, make it that much safer. And 2 is aesthetics. I just want it to look nicer. This is pretty junky looking out here right now, and it's been this way for a long time. So we're going to do what we can to tidy that up and make things look a little more presentable or a little more pleasing to the eye as you go along the road. Going to bring everything and pile it down here for the moment. All right, folks, this is the part that I am really curious about at this point, just to see what it's going to look like. I'm going to start the big blower up, and we'll just go at this a little bit and see if we can make it look a little tidier. Let's see what happens. All right, I haven't started this since last year, so we'll see how it goes. It has a fair bit of compression, so it's a bit of a kicker to get started. How it goes. I think this is looking way better than what it did before. Yeah, we're slowly making progress along here. And as I say, this was the worst spot, so we get this done, we're well on our way. I really hate that mess on the other side. Well, folks, I don't think I can leave it any longer. This is coming along too nicely. I've got to go back and clean up this stuff that's laying here because it is such an eyesore. All right, folks, so this is the mess we're going after here. We've got these branches over here, and I've got a bunch here and here. I want to kind of get that tidied up so it at least looks a little better. And we're just going to stack them up probably right behind or along this one dead log that runs along here. So let's get the big chainsaw out, and I think we'll take the little one over there as well, just so we've got both of them, because the little one will be much easier to do the limbing with. All right, so got a fresh battery in that. Okay. Oh boy. That's better. All right, let's get to work. That was easy. That looks much tidier, much better, without looking phony kind of thing. All right, we've done good, but that's enough for today. So let's pack it in, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, folks. We're getting ready to get back to work. Yesterday I noticed my weed trimmer with its blade, bush blade on, wasn't working so hot. So I discovered why. There are multiple carbides missing from this, and the carbides are not in very good shape. So I had a spare. We've got the spare on. We're ready to go. Because I have now got my spare on, I have ordered a couple more. As I said before, this thing is really important. So let's get back down to the roadside and get back to work. Well, I hope you guys have been enjoying today's video. And if you have, I'd really appreciate the like. And I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, if you got any comments, suggestions, anything like that, I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's get back to work. All right, so we're going to go at this first with the trimmer and try to get a lot of the things along the edge of the road gone. And anything bigger, we'll use the little electric chainsaw on. Now, I very cleverly managed to forget to plug in my remote mic, so hopefully the sound quality isn't too bad. We'll see how we do. But for the next part, I'm going to have you folks in time lapse anyway. So all you'll hear is the pleasant music that I picked to go with it. So let's get to work. folks, so we are at to the point where I can't really see what I'm doing. So we're going to take the trailer, run down here, and pick this up and see how it looks from there. And then of course we've still got farther to go, but we're not getting too far from lunchtime. So let's keep moving. All right, guys. Okay, folks, we have done a pretty nice job coming along here. Yeah, I like the looks of it. We got a ways to go, but we're making progress. All right, so we're on our third trailer load. So that means we dump this, have lunch, and then get the chipper out and grind the stuff up. All right, let's go eat. All right, folks, we're getting all set up here to get the chipper going and get through our 3 piles of brush, or 3 trailer loads of brush. So let's get things up and running and get underway. All right, folks, here's a very good quick tip for you. Cedar. Do not put cedar bark or cedar branches down through your chipper. It will very quickly jam it up. Now, fortunately, I'm still so new to this chipper, I've been watching every tiny move it makes, kind of thing. And I put a few cedar branches in, and right away it started to block things up. So I very quickly stopped it, cleared everything out. And that's it. All the cedar is getting put over to the burn pile. No more running it through the chipper. All right, let's get this pile finished up. Well, good morning, folks. Here we are, another day out on the fence line. We've been making some really good progress. I'm very pleased with how it's looking. Now, as I said, I'm not looking to restore this fence because I have no plans on keeping livestock. But yesterday I was very surprised to discover that there is old barbed wire along the top of this fence. So that means that somebody at some point in time was actually keeping livestock back in here. Looks like a pretty rugged place for livestock, but you know, I have no idea how much of this is grown in since then. I mean, it's probably been well over 50 years since there was livestock back in here. But not for me. All right, let's get ready to get back to work. So this type of blade makes a huge difference for me. It's basically a big saw blade. There is 80 plus teeth on that thing, and it really cuts. Now I've seen bush blades that have just got 3 steel prongs that come out, and I've used that kind of thing and never been very impressed with it. But this carbide tip blade, boy, it cuts, and it really cuts well. All right, let's get our bug spray on and get this thing running. All right, we're ready to go. So this is going to be my last day on this for a little while. I want to get back to working on the power storage shed and start using up some of my lumber. So we'll do the best we can today. Let's get at it. Okay folks, so I have got my DeWalt 20 volt max pole saw with me, and I've just got the one extension on it. I can still make it longer if I want. So as you can see, I can't really see the fence here because of this stuff. Now I don't want to get rid of the tree, but I do want to be able to see the fence line. So I'm going to limb a bunch of this down just to clear that view. And this should do the job. All right, let's get to it. Well, that should look okay, I think. Much better. All right, let's get the debris from this cleaned up, and we'll continue along. So the work has been really hard and very hot, but also pretty rewarding. I really like the way things are starting to look, and I really like being able to see down the road again. That helps. But I think we are going to end part 2 here because the weather is changing on us again, and we are about to get more rain. So we're going to pack this up before it starts to rain too much, get things put away, and then we're going to leave this job for a little bit because I do want to get to work on using up some of that new lumber. And the first job is going to be getting those battens in place on the power equipment shed. It'll be nice to have that done. And then we'll see where we go from there. So I hope you folks have been finding this little series about road clearing along the fence line interesting, or at the very least a little entertaining. And if you have, please don't forget to give it a like and share it around. And I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. That would really help. So remember to stay safe out there, be good to each other, and we will see you out on the trails the next time.